Hey, my name is Eric. I'm doing some face animation stuff. Hold on a second. Why does Twitch always do something that bothers me right when I'm trying to stream? Yeah, it's being a little bit odd. Sorry. Like its little player keeps failing on my stream, and I just want like it to show my stream over on the other monitor so that I can see if my stream is broken or not. It's just a way to make sure. Okay, hold on. Even one more thing I gotta do. Okay, there we go. Turn off the lights because I like it to get dark in here, you know, while I'm doing my coding. Okay, unbutton this shirt a little bit. There we go. No, that's too much. That's too much. Let's go back up one button. There we go. It was getting too sexy there for a moment. Okay, so I'm making face animation stuff, and yesterday I finished up like some unit tests on a new class I wrote. No big deal, but I only had like an hour or so yesterday. Today I've only got an hour and a half. So like yesterday, I just want to get right to it. Let me demo real quick. Not much to demo. Here's the demo. My unit tests will pass. That's the demo. Oh, there's some console log crap for me to delete out. Debug code. What am I unit testing? Let's see, hold on. Okay, so here are my tests passing. And let's go to the project. Here's the class that it is testing. And that was done 2 days ago, and I tested it yesterday with an hour of work to write unit tests. The point of that was to kind of to check that all the different nooks and crannies of the code were executing correctly, to make sure that the different cases that it covers were correct. Oh, that's right. I did notice one thing I didn't like, which was with my current design, I don't really have like a real nice way to say that one component is the child of another component and also update the parent relationship at the same time. So here I'm just explicitly setting it. So I'll start with fixing that to be nicer. But after that, what I want to do is move right on to hooking up the mouth. This other code I've got is rendering a mouth in an animated fashion. But I want to hook it up to this new rendering class, which is more future-proof for upcoming stuff that I want to do. Okay, so first things first, this bit of code here is particularly inelegant. So we say here that there's 3 components, A, B, and C, and if we want for, say, component B, to be to have some children, then we say, okay, component C is assigned to the children property, but we also have to say in a reciprocal fashion that component C's parent is component B, and that's just kind of inefficient way to write the code. Very verbose. So I'm just going to write a little bit of code that will combine the two things together. For that, I'm going to get rid of the setters for parent and child, because my rule in the design of properties is that I don't want setting a property to have a side effect. And if I'm going to have set parent also set the children and vice versa, then that's a side effect. So I would want to instead create some methods, because that's a clue to me, the developer, that there are side effects, that it's going to do something beyond just set that property. So set parent. If you have ever worked with Unity, I'm basically reinventing the transform 2D structure in a lot of ways. Good old seltzer water. Okay, so this is not too hard. We say this parent equals parent component. Ooh, but if there's an existing parent set, also have to remove children from the parent. Okay, if this parent okay, cool. I was worried that because I set these as private, the TypeScript compiler wasn't going to let me was not going to let me operate on them directly. Equals, then I want a utility. Let's see, I don't need a utility, just do it this way. We say this parent children, it's an array. We say filter child not equal this, and that should remove the child from the parent. Okay, cool. Okay, then if we say this parent equals parent component, then we say another line here to add a child. Push this. Okay. And I like a little brevity. But I also like readability. So nah, it's good. It's good. Okay. So if we're saying a parent, I also feel like I want just a way to add a child. Let's do this. Yeah, I feel like I'm rewriting transform, but I've spent less than 8 hours on this, so that's not so bad. Okay, so if we add a child, then we have to say, no, not null, not null, not null. We have to say child component parent equals this, and then the children of this get a new member. Push child component. Like so. Then we got remove child. Okay, so then it's this one's a little trickier. So let's do, actually I can do child component set parent null. And then this will be reused. This code here will be reused. Okay. Okay, so now I gotta update my tests. It's not too hard. Set parent component A. Don't need to do that. Don't need to do that. That's pretty cool. For some definitions of cool, it's cool. Okay, and then we say component C, your parent is B. You've been adopted. Okay. So that fixes, I think, that. Let's see how our tests do. They still pass. Good. I do have some more things I could test as a result of this, but let me get rid of those console logs. Where are those at? Okay. Let's just make another subsuite here. Parent, let's see, manage parent child relationships. Adding a child will set its parent. Okay. Okay. So to test that, we say expect component B's parent to equal I don't want like a deep. I don't want to check value. I want to check that they are actually the same instance. Is there one that's like to be? To be? There is. Yeah, that doesn't seem necessarily correct either. Hold on, let me just double check this. I rarely do this. Just check that two instances to that object instance is equal. No, I don't want to compare the whole thing. I just want to check that two objects are same. No, not that they have an identical structure. No, not Visual Basic. Problem with my search is it's going to bring up everything about deep equality checks. Let me look at the documentation on the matchers. The other way I can do it is I can just put an expression inside of the expect that checks, and then do a Boolean assertion that the result is true. Referential identity. That's it. That's it. That's the right one. That's the one. Let's see. I was right. Say that. Okay. Parent component A expect component. You know what? Let's just check both things in both places. Component A children 0 to B component B. Okay, put that down here. Let's see how my tests do. Cool. And this is kind of nice. I've only got one line I'm missing. I'm guessing it's the remove child. Okay. Say an apparent to null will remove child from the parent. Okay, so then component Do it the other way. Okay, so then we'll say component B, set parent, null. In this case, I expect in this case, I expect component B to be null. No children. Okay. Okay, so add the child, component A, move child, component B. So then we expect component B parent to be null and the children to be, okay. Yeah, let's, just to test a little bit better, let's add one more component that isn't removed. Okay, that's pretty good. Now it says 107 is uncovered, so let's see what that is. I'm so close, I might as well double check for missing lines. Okay. So this is just this function being called. Yeah, I'll pop the bubble wrap on this. It's not important, but it's easy to test, and then I'll have 100%. There. All done with the unit tests and the changes that I know about for Canvas component. Alright, so basically this is like the Transform 2D class inside of Unity with stripped down to just what I need. Okay, so now okay, so there's mouth here. I think what I'll do is I'll just leave mouth as it is for the moment. And write the new code in place. So if I say, let's see, I need to define a loader and a renderer, load and render callback. So let's see, export function on load. And then what's it going to take? It's going to take the, let's see, export. Face sheet URL. mouth init data, mouth component state. Okay, the mouth component state is going to be basically all the same stuff I got here. Okay, Viseme bitmaps, image bitmap, current Viseme. There. Okay, unload. Let's say mouth init data, and then it has to be any here. Unload. What do we need? It's going to be an async, right? Yeah, or yeah, promise, return a promise standing. Okay. Async function unload, and then it will be promise any. I might figure out a little bit later how to do like some better typing here, but I think I don't know. I don't want to mess with it too much. Okay, so onload is going to do the same thing as init. It occurred to me I'm missing one Viseme, which is rest. No, that'll be a sweater thread. That'll have to keep pulling on, so forget that for now. I can come back to it. So we'll go Viseme. Just do MVP for now, which is just a closed mouth. State current Viseme equals that. Okay, then return mouth component state. Okay, what this does is it loads the face sheet from the URL, and then this function that gets called will chop it up into individual bitmaps for all of the frames that correspond to all the different Visemes in the mouth. which are these. So all these are different Visemes, right? Okay. And then I'll subscribe to the pub sub object for receiving events. And when I receive an event of the topic Viseme, I will update mouth component state to set the current Viseme from whatever was sent. Okay, then onload returns the mouth component state. And the component will use that. It'll store it in one of its private, private members for future use when render is called later. Okay, what are your complaints? That's just it being ignorant of how to spell words. I spelled that correctly. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so then we do export function on render, and render gets called with component state. Yeah, basically just all this stuff. Might as well copy and paste. Okay. And this will never get called when it's not initialized, so it's actually simpler. We say context draw image, and we say let's do const Viseme bitmaps equals component state. Might as well get the current Viseme. And this will be X, Y. There we go. That's it. That is it. So this stuff can go away. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Don't need this iCanvas renderable thing. Export, don't have to export any class anymore. So it's just these exports here. Okay, so then I broke something else. What else did I break? Maybe app, TSX. Oh, one thing that would be a nicety. Oh yeah, oh I can make this simpler. No exports here. No exports here. Don't even, oh, do need that. No, do need this, okay. We'll say function, export function, create mouth component. Okay, and it will be init data. Now let's call this mouth init data. Okay. And then it's going to return a canvas component. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we say return new canvas component. And then I'd have to specify onload on render. You know what is maybe better is load mouth component and make it async. Okay, so in this case we would say okay, now I'm starting to like this. Let's say return component load init data. What? Oh, okay, right. Let's see. What is load gonna return? It kind of doesn't matter to me, does it? I'm gonna say wait. Then I return the component. Okay, that's not bad. So then, if I come back to app, you say import load mouth component from mouth. Turn load mouth component. Face sheet URL. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay. So we say mouth equals await load mouth component. Okay, cool. Here we say mouth render. Context. Okay. That might be it. Now, if I create some more components, like a face component or a head component, and add the mouth to it, I should get nested rendering by, let's see, render with children. So I'd have to do that, but for now, let's keep it simple. Okay, render. I also wonder if I should make it just default to like the more simpler name, render, as a method name, be the one that renders all the children to, because that seems to be like the default case I would use, and it's less verbose of a method name. If I did that, then I'd rename the original render to be like render alone or something like that, or render just, or yeah, I don't know. I don't want to fuck with that right now. Let's see if I still have my, yeah, look at that. Okay. Okay, new code works. Good. That's great. That means I can move on. Let's go ahead and commit. Git status. Git add source. Okay, git commit A. Math converted to use new canvas component class. Okay. So, since I want to make another component with this, I've still got 45 minutes on the clock. I should look at my art assets and maybe pick, maybe not this. The thing is, I have a ton of these face sheets. Let me see one that would be enjoyable. Em and Billy are the best ones because they've got all the emotions. I should probably just take one of them. Let's take Billy. Okay, let me open this guy up. The thing is, I designed the rig in a certain way for Billy and all the other people in the God Killer. But I don't know if I want to use that same sort of rig for the other faces. Because this new kind of rig, I want to be like Mr. Potato Head. I think everything's here that I would need to make it work. It's just you have to spend a fair amount of time moving the assets around inside Photoshop and kind of re-chopping them and everything. See if I've got another one that's closer to being usable. Okay, so these guys. Oh, here's one that I didn't ever make a face sheet for. Well, there can be more than one rig type too. Like I don't have to only focus on the rig type that I want for future assets. I can support this God Killer style face sheet and rig, and be able to see some quick results with that and use those characters to test out some things. So let's take the queen. I haven't seen enough of her. I always like her. Okay, so here's the queen. And let's export. Queen to documents. What else? Web-based, okay. Public images, and we'll do queen, face sheet, ping, that's fine. Okay. So then, if I come back to here, so images, queen, face sheet, ping. Let's see if it immediately pops in with the new. Nope, not yet. Network, queen, face sheet, ping. 304, you say? Interesting. So it loaded it once successfully. No error messages. Huh. Now there's no network request at all for it. Okay, that's not the behavior I want. Let me just see, is it there? If I go bam like that, am I gonna get it? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's see what the execution is doing. Oh. Pass on load, on render. Let's go ahead and set that there. Okay. So init data, what will it be? Yep. Okay. So that was successful, right? Image. Look at width or height. Yeah, 1024. Okay. Oh. Is there a difference in size? Yeah, okay. So the model is 2048 by 2048, and this one is 1024, as are most of my face sheets. So I can just change these values. It should work after that. So this should be equal to 256 times 3. Okay, 768. Let me just check. Times 2, yeah, 1536. Okay. So 768. CX mouth, just have everything. 256. Okay. 192 divided by 2. 96. All right. There she is. Okay. So that works just fine. Now I just want to win this session by having some hierarchical rendering, and that will tell me victory, and that'll make me feel good about this little stream session. So I'm going to do that next. Okay. So let's create head. I'll just take everything in here and I'll create a new canvas component that is going to be for the head. So for that, let's go head, TS. I won't need to load image for this because it's going to be like a kind of empty container thing. No subscription to topics needed. Okay, don't need anything here. Load. You know what? It's almost just like there's nothing here that it does, because it's just going to be an empty rectangle that's used to group other components underneath of it. So nothing for that. Just return. Oh, I don't need this at all. Okay. Okay. Mouth component state. Mouth init state. Let's see. We'll call this head init state, and then just go bam. It's nothing. It's got nothing in it. Head component state. Nothing in it. Later on there might be stuff, but I don't need it now. Okay, mouth init state equals init data. Oops, not mouth, head. Although I could have it pass in the child components in the init data. That might be worth something. Just do this. And nothing for it to do. Okay, that's fine. Okay, load head component. Okay. Render, wait, command load, return command. Okay. Do that. Okay, that's a pretty easy one. So let's go back to the app. In head equals await load head component. Say add child mouth. Oh, also I don't need to store mouth. I can just say add child, wait, bam, like that. Okay. And then I get down to here. I can just render the head. And why don't I render it offset just a bit, since it looks a little funny right now, to be honest. Let's do 20, 20. There we go. Okay, that I think will probably work first try. We'll see. Do that. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm very wrong. Okay. Well, okay, let me put things back one at a time to see when it starts working again. Nope, didn't work. Okay. Okay, head. Oh. No. Or not head return. Okay. And then let's just take this out. Let's do head children 0 render. Okay, that works. So something about the rendering is something about the recursive rendering isn't operating correctly. So if I say render at 10, 10, what does that do? Yeah, it offsets it. Cool. But I need to find out why isn't the head. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't do the render with children. Yeah. Okay. That works. Okay. Okay, let me get the eyes in there. So if I get the eyes in there, even if I don't do all their functionality, then it'll look like something's truly improved. Okay, head. I'm going to offset the head here. Head offset x equals 10. Head offset y equals 20. Yep. Okay. Okay. Add directory. Alright. This isn't going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it. What? The thing I'm struggling with is it's going back to the which rig type am I going to use. So if I decide that I just want to kind of have backwards compatibility to the Godkiller face sheets and the rig organization of it. Then the plus of it is I'll have a whole bunch of art assets to use right away without fiddling around with them. The minus of it is I'll spend some extra time coding things to grab the position of the eyes in this type of a rig. You know, it won't take that long. Let's do eyes. And then also I want to rename this to lowercase because I reserve that initial capital for certain things, classes and React components. Okay, so that means I'm probably, yep, could do that there. Okay, are we still good? Not broken? Good. Okay. Okay, I'll take this guy in. Add. Yeah, this is something to consider. Be loading the same URL twice. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. The topics and subscription stuff can come in later. Okay, so let's see. Okay. X. Let's see. Let's do. I don't know. Let's delete all these. Bam. Oh, I will only need to just get. I only need to just get one for now. Just for now, just get one. Just one. That's all I need for now. Okay, face sheet URL gets passed in. We load the image. And let's grab from const x eyes equals 0, y eyes equals 0, cx eyes equals 256, cy eyes equals, and I gotta go check, 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of those is 256, but I want to here. Move this over here. Okay, so that is the bottom half of the face. If I go like this, I can kind of see where the edge is better. So then I can measure from here. So I'm just trying to find the height. Nope, that's a little bit much. Okay, so if I go like this, height is 161. Okay. File. Revert. There we go. 161. Okay. And this is I in the data. Or let's do eyes. Eyes. Component state. Okay, and then don't need the biases. Okay. Eyes component state. Eyes bitmap. Load eyes bitmap. Return. Down here we say eyes init data equals this. I've got 20 minutes left. Lots of time to finish this. Eyes component state. You're saying just return it. Don't worry about a sign yet. Okay, I'll go along with that. Okay, so here it must be eyes bitmap. Cool. Load. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, this I don't need. Okay, then wait, eyes component state isn't used. Oh, because I didn't. Here, let's just do. That's fine for now. I feel like this is a little bit junk code, but it serves the purpose of testing out a few things and making sure everything's working well. So then let's go back to app, and we will say head add child await load eyes component. Okay. So let's set mouth separately because I need to adjust a few offset properties in it. Okay, so add child mouth, then mouth, offset y equals 161. Is that right? I think I was wrong. Nope, I was right. So this is how high the eyes are. So if I set the offset of the mouth to 161, that will be beneath the eyes. Let's see how I did. There she is. There's my girl. That's it. Got hierarchical rendering. Hierarchical. Say that 20 times. Okay. It's actually much less work than doing this in Unity. Much less work. Now, I didn't consider that maybe I want to use WebGL for this. I'm kind of curious. Is Canvas in browser 3D accelerated? Yeah, that's what I meant to ask. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's check. I think it's going to be accelerated. Yep. So, since I aim to do 2D stuff, I don't see any reason to go over to WebGL. I may change my mind later, but it'd be easy enough to change, I would think. Okay, so that's a pretty good stopping point. The thing that's turning over in my head is getting the rig right, so I don't write a bunch of code that isn't really reusable. And I'm just not sure how much I want to go and grab the old art assets from the God Killer. Let me take a look at what I got over here. This guy is going to be even more special cased. Okay, glyph. I don't want to show glyph, that's a spoiler. Though, come on, where is it? Oh, I need to make sure I've got glyph. He's probably off of my downloads directory. I just don't want to lose him. Bystanders, here's M. Star of the video game. Belly, beards. Bald face. Okay, this feels like the right time to stop. And I'll do my puzzling over what I want to do next with the rig type offline, and maybe I'll come to the next stream a little more decided on what I'm doing next. So I know somebody just hopped on just a moment ago. You caught me just in time to say goodbye. Have a good day, morning, evening, whoever you are. I'm gonna take off right about now. Even somebody else pops on, but whoever just popped on, I'm about ready to take off. So thanks for joining. Maybe I'll catch you later. Okay, stopping the stream. Stopping the stream. Stopping it. Stopping that stream. Stopping the stream. Stop the stream.